Let's see if, oh, I forgot to brush my hair. Did I get a hairbrush in here? Nah, it don't need brushed. It don't need brushed. It needs something, but my brush is not in here. And let's see. Maybe I'll just go like this. There we go. Now it's fine. Maybe I need a unicorn horn. There. That's better. Now. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Since there's 18 people. Oh, this unicorn horn doesn't want to stay on. Wait a minute. And it says that there's, okay, now see, why in the world does it do that? Just a minute. Hold your horses, y'all. Okay. Let me go like this, and let me go like this, and then let me go like this, and then let me go like this. Let me go like this, and let me go like this. And then I can never do this. I'm telling you, I have done this so many times, and every time I do it, I just have this same problem that I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Okay, just a minute. First of all, it says part 5, and it's really part 6. This journal has taken me a while. Okay, just a minute. I just got to see now if I can find where, wonder what this is. No, I don't want to watch it later. Okay, so let's see. Maybe, oh, here we go. Let's go right here. Oh, but then that doesn't show the chat. I think I gotta cut my bangs. Looks like they're in my eyeballs. Okay, let's see. I really did need to live chat right here. Could it be any easier than that? It says live chat, and all you do is just go touch it. Oh, let's see who's all in here. Oh, look at there. My living room is full. Barbara Barnes was the first in the parade. One day she will lead the parade, and that is safe. And Debbie Hayes, hi Lizzie, how are you? I am fine. I am fine. I am fine. Thank you for asking. And Gail, of course, there's Gail. She's usually number 1, but she missed her. She's number 3. You're going to have to be lurking for just a while, but you'll try to watch. Okay, Gail, I'll know you're in there. And Jamie Parody, hello, and hello, Jamie. And, oh, wait a minute. And then Luz Mercado, hi, and Kim Greenleaf. And there is Renee. Oh, look at my, that's my Renee. Okay. And Erin Morrison and Kathleen Elliott. Hi, Lizzie. She says, how are you? I am fine. And Janet says that I look beautiful. Must be the purple hair. Okay, let's see. And then Cindy Madore. Okay, we'll call her Cindy for short. And you love my hair color? Oh, thank you. I think everyone who is almost 70 should have purple hair. Yeah. And then there's Bonnie Lipke. She says hi to everyone. Liz Burnett, she says hi. And then Jamie says, howdy, Lizzie. That's my Jamie. She drives them trucks, you know. Gypsy Rose Jane. Oh, you're here. I was wondering where you were. Love your hair. It's my favorite color. Here go. Let's get some lovely Ben. Looking forward to this. Miss my fix of you yesterday. Thank you, Gypsy Rose Jane. I can't half read, but okay. And Tina says I'm fabulous. Holy smokes, that's going to go to my head. Hi, Patricia Stubbs and Beetle Chick. And Kathleen Elliott. Oh, we said that already. And Susan Palm Roberts. Good evening, Lizzie and ladies. Ooh, love the purple too. Oh, wow. Thank you. Linda, you know, I've been keeping it purple for a while, but I just repurpled this doggone my unicorn right there because I just washed it. So when I just wash it, it's like real soft and my unicorn horn will stay on. Okay. And there's Tracy Turner. Hi, Tracy and Linda Green. And let's see, lovely Malaya. Hi, Malaya. Jamie, live to learn Dana. How are you? Cindy Midori. Cindy Midori. Oh, that's the one that we're just going to call um, Cindy. Live to learn Dana. Okay, we said that. Erin Morrison. Did you get my envelope? Hmm. You know what? I think so. I think so. I think I did. I'm terrible. These last couple weeks, I got my heart over at the cleaners right now, and I got a rental heart right now until I get my heart back from the cleaners. And my brain kind of doesn't work with this rental heart. And but I believe you did. Yes, I believe I did get a. I have to look in my. Did you send me an ATC? If you did, I can look at my ATC book. Dana, I'm glad you popped in just to say hi. Yes, and we will have a fabulous night. I know we will because already the very best people are in here, the very, very best. And so it's going to be an awesome night. It is. I'm trying to say, Gypsy Rose Jane, I like your name. Gypsy Rose Jane, I try to say hi to everybody, but I'm not really always good at that. And there's Gracie. Oh, yes. And Irma. Irma, I've been trying to get a hold of you. Well, I see when you go on live, and then I go try to watch you live, and for some reason, it just goes kaput. I don't know if you're having problems or if it's my computer, but then I have problems getting watching Irma. I'll catch you one day, though. You wily coyote, you. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness sakes. Oh, Miss Jamie has to go get her some snoozing done. Oh, there's Mr. Designs. Hello, hello, hello. Janie has to get snoozing done because she's got to drive. She drives in big trucks for a living. And so you can't drive them big trucks when you're half asleep. So I gotta make sure. Oh yeah, my sound is turned down on the phone. And I put it in this phone holder upper thing like that. Now why is it going crookedly? I don't want it to be crookedly. I want it to be stand uply. Now don't give me a hard time. Don't give me a hard time. Maybe I'll go like this. And then maybe I'll go like this. Oh, there we go. Liz Burnett. Okay. Now put this back over here. Right over here. Now, I know I've been missing in action at the beginning of the week. I know it. I know it. I know it. But yeah, it's been one of those couple of weeks. It's been one of those days for a couple of weeks. But things right now are on the uphill. Everything is going better. I'm a very boring person and I like things to just stay on the even keel. I'm not too crazy about things going up and down, up and down, up and down. That just drives me somewhere. If I was a drinking person, it'd drive me to drink, but oh yeah, that's right. I drank this here Crystal Light in my Yeti cup. Now, So I am going to, I lean on my table a lot. Just lean on here because I just lean here and I look at that screen right there and I watch people's videos. Ooh, Sandy Rector. Keep crafting, it'll keep me sober. That's right. Yes. So now see, I look at, that's the camera. I'm looking at the camera. That's the screen. I'm looking at the screen. That's my telephone. I look at the chat. So it gives me neck exercise. It's like a workout, like this. Okay. So anyhow, I was thinking about what am I going to do tonight? I knew I wanted to do something, and I had something else I was going to do. Oh, I forgot to brush my hair. This is how it looks after my nap. So it's just, this is a come as you are party. So it's all good. So I'm going to be working on my journal because I've been working on this altered book journal. And so, Lottie, Faith. Oh, that is wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Sandy. And Angela Rossetti. Hi. Oh, my goodness sakes. How wonderful. All the way from Canada. Angela, I hope you're all bundled up and warm. And Yvonne says Seattle is going to get dumped on. Hopefully just snow, and hopefully it's not by a whole bunch of horses running through. That's wonderful. Oh, my goodness. It is so good to see you, Angela. So I'm going to go ahead and it's only 8:58. I got 2 minutes before the bell rings and class starts. Not that it's a real class because I don't teach anything. Sometimes I reiterate stuff that I'm kind of trying to learn, but teaching stuff is just like, that's over my head. And so, Pixie Bee and me. She says, hello, everyone. Hello, Pixie. Oh, it's not too cold. Not too cold there today, Angela? Well, do you have snow? I know there's some people in our neck of the woods. Well, not my neck of the woods, because my neck of the woods is in sunny Florida. Although I do have a flannel shirt on because it's a bit nipply. Because we do get a bit nipply down here sometimes. It doesn't snow, but it does get a little chilly. And Tanya McGuire, hello, beautiful Tanya. Okay, Yvonne says we're supposed to get 2 to 12 inches of snow and high winds, possibly. Ooh, so you stay in. And it's snowing where Bonnie Lipke is. My goodness. Maureen Stuckey, cloudy and cold in California. And Angela had rain today. And it is snowing in Maine. So, Jamie, you're not too far from Angela. You're snowing. Angela's north of you, and she's raining. Patricia Stubbs, she's in Arizona, so she's probably having sunshine. Yes. 78 in South Carolina. Oh, wow. That's good. Millie Hammer, hi. And in Lakeland, Millie's almost like a neighbor of mine. She lives over in Lakeland, which is not far from here. Millie, my sister-in-law, used to live over there in Foxwood. We'd go see her. I think that's what it was called, Foxwood. A nice little community of over 55. They didn't like children there. And we used to go see her there, but she moved to Alabama. She's up there freezing. And I still have a niece in Lakeland. Yeah. And Kim says Lakeland was beautiful today. So that must mean that Kim is in Lakeland. Oh, it's going to be back in the 20s tomorrow night where Beetle Chick is. Wow. And Gail says it's getting cold again up here in Indiana. Going to get down to almost 0 tonight, and the wind is blowing. Oh, and then that wind makes it even colder. Wow. Rainy and foggy all day in Chicago. Now drop temperature to barely above zero. Super windy. Yeah, they say that Chicago is like the epicenter of all this cold weather. And oh man, I feel for those people. They're not used to it being this cold. They said it's never been this cold on record, period. Some places are saying that it's not been this cold in 200 years. And they said for Chicago area, it's never been that cold, not since they've been keeping records. And Gracie is pulling pages out. And Gail is not far from Chicago. Oh my word, you folks. It's oh, you're in the center of town near Lake Hollingsworth. Okay. Yeah, so Pixie Bees. Pixie Bee says, we are neighbors. I've been to that taser all the time. Okay. Well, I'm going to, gosh, I could just sit here and yak with you. I could just yak with you all just. Yvonne Moore, the little wrenches are the moderators, darling. They, like every once in a while we get, like sometimes we have like what we call trolls, is somebody will just come in on our chat and they kind of get ugly, you know, they just say mean things and ugly things, and so we just have to get rid of them. And the moderators with the blue wrenches, they hit them with their wrench, knock them right in the head, knock them out completely. But yeah, they can either put the people on timeout for a while, and usually if you put them on timeout for a while, then they behave and they know to use better language. And but if they come back and they're still bad, then they just block and move them out. So that's mainly what the moderators are there for. And we have more than one. That's because everybody doesn't come to the live streams all the time. And so you know, if somebody is not here, then um, then then there's always going to be somebody else that's there with that wrench and they can remove people. Moderators also are there to help answer questions, because I sometimes don't. Hi, Carrie. Um, Carrie Plaster, oh my goodness, good to see you. You know, sometimes I don't see the question. Sometimes people will ask me a question and then I don't see the question. And so then one of the moderators usually are able to answer that question for me. And so yeah, sometimes it's hard for me to look at what I'm doing, and then sometimes the chat will go pretty fast and then I miss questions. So the moderators help me in that respect, which is very wonderful. So I'm going to move my okay, move my camera so you can see where I'm working here. I have to move my, see this here, this here quilt. Look at this. Do you know how old this is? I don't, but I can tell it's really, really old. You see that little red wagon girl over there? Her name's Renee. She found this at an estate sale, and she thought of me when she saw it. I love teddy bears, and these are so vintage, the teddy bears on this. And so she sent it to me, and you can tell it is vintage. It's been around probably like maybe a bassinet or maybe a doll cradle or something. I'm thinking it's probably a bassinet size. And but you know, like I just said, I sit here a lot of times and just lean on my table, and I just kind of go like this. Oh, I forgot to fix. I got to fix that. I just noticed that I have to fix that automatic focus thing. That makes us nuts, and we do not need any help making us nuts. Okay, so well, I don't anyway. I can't speak for everybody, but yeah. Okay, so there we go. So now we'll just do that. Now I got rid of that. Now, and so I sit like this, and I lean on my desk, and so now I have a lean. this is my leaning post. I love this. She said I should wash it, but I'm afraid to wash it. You know what I'll do? I think I'll get some woolite, and then I'm gonna get some woolite, and or maybe I'll just use Dawn dish detergent. Yes, it made it to me, Renee. I love it. Thank you. Oh, there's Sandra Kinney. Yes, I love this. Renee, I love this. And so, but I think I might even use just Dawn dishwashing detergent and wash it in the kitchen sink, and then let it dry. And so I don't want to give it too much of a whirl in the washing machine, because I don't know if it would beat it to death, because you can tell it is vintage, and I love it. So, but then I put it over here out of my way so I don't get glue and paint and whatever else that I use on it. So now, for those of you who haven't seen my journal, what I've done so far here, this is an altered book. This is an altered book, and this is going to be a gift. This is going to be a giveaway. I wasn't going to get it real thick, but it looks like it's going to get a little alligatory before I'm finished. But this is going to be a giveaway when I reach 6,000 subscribers. I can hardly believe that I've got way over 5,000 already. It just warms my heart up to know that many people have subscribed to my channel, that they watched me once, they want to watch me again. And so let's see, I'm trying to, Joy Robinson. Do you love my rings? See, what I'm doing is, I've seen the other ones. I've seen other famous people, and they dress up their hands with rings. So every once in a while I have to dress my hand up with ring. Now see, I wore this ring the other day. We was doing a family thing, and one of the girls said, "Oh, that's one of those," I don't know, she said what the name brand was. And I said, "Oh, really? I've never heard of it. I found it at the thrift shop." And she said, "There's some place that you can buy these rings, and everything is $5 each." Paparazzi. I think that's what she says. That's a paparazzi. Hi, Mona Stevens. So, does anybody know who sells paparazzi jewelry? $5? I can afford that. I could probably get me a whole handful of rings. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. $50, I can get one on each finger. But anyway, so I'm going to check out the paparazzi jewelry people and see if I can find any more. $5, I can afford $5. Sneak it out of the grocery money. I sneak a lot out of the grocery money. I don't know anyone that wouldn't want to watch you over and over again. I do, and that life is best because you talk and sing to us. Geez. Oh, Kim, you have a friend that sells paparazzi? And those are the ones that are $5 each, like each piece is $5. If you have a friend that sells, I would, rather than to get somebody that a total stranger, I'd help a friend out first, because any friend of yours is a friend of mine. Okay, I took a book that didn't want to be read anymore. This was actually a book that was discarded from our county library. And what I did first is I went through each. I flipped a page, then I tore out 8 pages, then I flipped 2 pages, tore out 8, flipped 2, tore out 8, flipped 2, and tore out 8. I went through that way through the whole book. And there's Dana. Hi, sweetheart. Oh my goodness. You love old silver rings? Yes. I used to have a really neat ring that was made out of a spoon handle. But I don't know what I've done with it. It's probably still in this house somewhere. But it was made out of a spoon handle, and I just really love that. And okay, so then after I pulled out all those 8 pages, then I took 2 pages and glued them together. But I glued 2 together to where the 8 were pulled out were in between. Okay, so you can't see where the 8 pages used to be because they're in between each one of 2 pages that I glued together. And I got 20 some pages, as I think what I ended up with. Then I'm making this one into like a nature journal. So I took all paper. Oh, and then after, well, let me show you on this one. This is another one I have started. But then what I did is, do I have all of these done? Yeah. I took one of the pages, folded the page in half, and put it over the top, flapped it over where I just glued those 2 together. And that makes a little bit heavier of a page, and it also gives a nice edge. I like how those edges are. And so that I used one of the pages that I put, and I'm going to show you another thing I do with the pages too. And so this is another one I'm going to get working on. But then I cut, you measure your page to see, and these were 5.5 by 9 by 5.5. So I cut the pages out to 5.25 by 8.75. So they're a little bit smaller than the actual page, the book page. And then I covered every page with the designer paper. Then the next thing I went through and I made using because I cut the paper, the mats pages out of a 12 by 12. So at the bottom of each page that I cut, then I had this little piece. Do I only fold the pages to one side? No, the pages, you mean these pages, the pieces that I put on the edges is one page folded in half, and then it's glued to both sides. I hope that answers your question. And see, so each 2-page glued togethers has one page that I folded in half lengthwise and glued them on. And it puts a nice finished edge here. And I like how the edge is with that fold rather than just the, the raw pages. I like that. Okay, so then I use the bottoms of those pages that I cut off of the 12 by 12, and that's what I used for the pockets. So these pockets, when you see a pocket here, they all kind of match in here. They'll be somewhere in the book that'll have that same paper that'll match. After I went and I put basically I put one pocket on each spread. So here I have a pocket here, so I didn't put one there. This one, because I loved this paper so much and I didn't want to cover it up, that didn't get any pockets. Oh, this one did get 2 pockets. This one, only 1 pocket. Then I went through and I put clusters. I took a cluster on each page. I put a cluster, not each page, but each spread. I open the page and each one has one cluster. Oh, this one didn't get a cluster. Hi, Papa. Oh, okay. Good night. I love you, and I'll see you after bed. Now, so in a cluster is this one, like this one here. There's a piece of oh, what does the spine look from the top? See here, you can kind of see still where all the pages were torn out. See, you don't, and that's the only place you see them, because you can't really tell from inside the book where those pages were, but you can see kind of from the top. There may be a way, I haven't figured it yet, but a way that you can hi, Johanna Stevens, you beautiful lady, you. And oh, but yeah, you can see where all the pages were only if you look here. But there might be a way to do something up here that you even hide that. Now, I'm not sure exactly how I would do it, but yes. Oh, yeah, and I tried to make sure that I cut mine off with a X-Acto knife too, because when I had the 8 pages, then I would take the ruler and I'd put the ruler down. Well, I used a metal ruler because it's real thin, and took the X-Acto knife and went up against the ruler and cut them with the X-Acto knife. So they come cutting. They cut really, really nicely. And these are good, you know. Some people say this is a beginner style journal. Well, I'm a forever a beginner because hi Susan Ernst. I am a forever beginner because I'm always learning new things and I'm always just beginning. So this is good for a beginner, or it will be good for advanced. This kind of, because you can do so much with this. And usually I've only made them into junk journals. I don't usually theme things because I get like, yeah. I mean, but I mean, it's not, I've heard people say, oh, that is, it's a beginner, but it's not really a beginner. It's just whatever you do to it. If you're a beginner, good. If you're advanced, I don't think I'll ever be advanced because I won't be advanced until I know everything there is to know, and that is going to take a while. Yes, all journals are very, very special. And this is very special because you're recycling and you're reusing. And so now, okay, like I was saying, all of the clusters that I have in here were sent to be by Joy Robinson. She made me a whole bunch of clusters and sent them to me. There's paper on here. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers of things. There's a layer of paper, a layer of a book page, a layer of music paper, a layer of a piece of a doily, and then fabric. And then she's got it stitched all along. And we call them clusters. Every bit of the papers are just torn. And so I love how they look. And when I was putting them in, like here, this had some purple here. So I found one that had some purple fabric and it matched really, really nicely. And then after I did that, then the next time I went through with some butterflies because I had a lot of butterflies. And so I went through and I added butterflies. And so almost every one of the pages has got butterflies that I added somewhere on the page. And because I just love the butterflies. There's already butterflies, and so in this just put in more. Then after I did that and went all the way through, because I do it all like assembly line almost. Then I went through with flowers, and I put flowers on. And now I have most of these flowers come from like these kits. Tim Holtz makes packages of assorted flowers, assorted people, assorted somethings. And also this one is another company, and I don't remember this company. This one's not a Tim Holtz. I don't remember who made this one. But then, and some of the flowers that I have just been fussy cut out of a magazine. So I went through and I put flowers. So now it's got butterfly. Oh, I put birds too. There's some birds in here, flowers, bugs. There's a bird already in the paper, a bird cage, butterflies. And it is this one here. I put one of those clusters, although this is a cluster that's made in a strip, and you can make it in a really long strip, and we call that a snippet roll. And I just snipped a part of that snippet roll off, and I put it all the way down that one page. That one's got some birds. This book is going to go to somebody, and I hope they like it. Okay, now, the next thing I'm going to do, what I'm going to do now is, now see, the cover is going to be the last thing I do, because I don't want to do the cover and then mess it up by opening and closing it so much. So the next thing I want to do is, well, here, I started one, is I'm going to put in the pockets, all of my pockets are going to have a little journal. Because when a lot of the pages will not be journal friendly, because it's got so much beauty on it, and you wouldn't want, like this one, like just that page in itself, you really wouldn't want to write on this and cover up all that, or I wouldn't, because it is just so beautiful. But if there's a little journal in there that you can pull out, you can journal something on there, and each one of them is just going to have 4 pages or 8, however you count them. And then they will just, I won't make them any thicker than that, because then that's going to make the book thicker still. But some of the pages will have maybe a tag in there along with the little folder. I think once I get these folders in, and I'll put the tags in, and then I'll start on the cover. And I've got some plans for the cover that I hope are going to work out. But I have this, I found in my stash, this package of 7 Gypsies Conservatory 6x6 papers, and these are just perfect to go with nature. So these papers are they're my covers. Okay, I already made one with that. Okay, that's the same. Okay, they got pretty many of the same. Oh, but you know what? The inside, they're double-sided, so I'll be able to use both sides, so they won't all be exactly the same. And so then, and those are so cool. You just kind of fold them in half. And so, and since this is 6x6 folded in half, I cut the writing pages 5.5 by 5.5. So, and then I just staple them together. You know what? I gotta dump the stuff out of this. I got all these little pieces in there. Dump them in my little catch-all pan. I decided to just put a little, this is my trash bucket. My trash bucket, see? And I just put that on my desk, and that way, and then I can just empty it when it fills up. Because I had a big old can in here, but I don't have room. I don't have room for that. I don't have time for a big old trash can to be in my way. So, but I like rounded corners. So, and then I'll just take 2 papers, and those I'll fold in half. Oh, thank you, Dana. Thank you. I'll be proud to, I would want to give something, when I give something away as a gift, I want it to be nice. I don't want to give something away that's going to, somebody's going to look at a couple pages and then put it off to the side. I want it to be nice. So that's what I'm doing, is trying to make it that way. Because they say you should never give off something that you wouldn't want to receive yourself. Let me see if I can just, oh no, I lost my chat. Dang it. I wonder how come sometimes my phone won't stay on. Tap to open. Okay, well, I'm tapping. Oh gosh, Elizabeth Marie. Oh, there we are. Now we're back. No thanks. I don't want them worth a free nothing. Thank you, Pixie. Thank you. Okay, so then I like to take a little bit of I'd like to take a little bit of ink, just a little on the edges, and not a lot. Just it just kind of takes that stark white away. And oh, I want to say hi to my friend Pat. She she watches, but she has a uh, procedure on Thursday evenings. And so she's up in that cold tundra of Minnesota and she watches, but she's not able to comment. So I just want to give a shout out to my friend Pat. Oh, you stay warm, my friend. Yeah. So, and that's where she's at tonight. We call ourselves Minnesota sisters because I was born in Minnesota. She wasn't born in Minnesota, but she lives there now. So she's taking care of the state for me. So then I'll just put those pages in there. And then I'll just staple them. Now, if you're real handy, you might even want to stitch them in there. But today I'm not being real handy. I'm just going to staple that. Okay, see how pretty? And then I'm going to add to the front just an extra little butterfly. There we go. And so there we go now. So that will go in the next page, into the next pocket. So see, I don't want to make them too thick. I don't want to make the little footers too thick because then it would make the book get really thick. But you're going to get a thick book anyway. Oh, and I want to show you one other thing too. This is because see, I've got that they call it ADD, attention deficit disorder. So I don't diagnosed myself. And but I want to show you something, and I just learned this. And then, but I didn't write down who I learned it from. And so I forgot. But I learned it on the internet somewhere. Most everything I know comes from the internet. And but this is another little pocket. You may already know this pocket. You have probably been introduced to this pocket because I'm usually the last one on the train. But anyway, this is how you do it. Watch this. Oh, this page is 12 inches long by 3 inches wide. Okay, 12 by 3. And what you do is whatever the width is, you want 4 times that in the length. Okay, so 3 times 4 is 12. So 3 inches by 12. Okay, so then you first fold it in half. You don't need any little glue or anything on here, but you fold it half in two and you try to get that exact as you can. Okay, then you take, now you've got that center line, and so take this side and fold it into to that center line, but kind of give it a smidge from getting all the way in there. And so, and then fold that other side right in there. But see, now, you can see there's just a little smidge of that white showing. Okay, now when you get it that far, you open it up. Now this here, this piece right here, the second one from the right, that is kind of pretty much going to be the center of your pocket. So you want to take this one and fold it down, this corner, and fold it down. Now when you fold it down, again, you want to kind of just a very bit of a smidge that you, and the reason for that is so when you fold it back in this way, that you're not folding the very edge of that paper right there. So you just fold that in like this. Now you want this next one to fold the same way. We're not worried about this one right now. So this next square, we want it folded the same way. And so you want to, again, fold it and turn it up so I can see my fold. There we go. We're going to go like this and see, and that'll fold. So that's good. So then what we do is flip this square up that we didn't do anything to, just flip that up. And then you just fold it closed like you would a book. Then you take this piece and just tuck it in. And then there you have a little pocket. And I think they are just so cute. They're so it's a 3x3 pocket. Now see, this one I got a little white showing there. I didn't get it folded just exactly perfect. But if you don't, then just kind of take your scissor and then cut that white off. And see, and then there you got a little pocket. You can put a little tag in it or whatever. You can put whatever in the pocket. You can glue it then onto your page, which I think I might put some of these too in my little book. I just love it. I just think it is the cutest little thing. Let me show you again. Now, see, I had to look at it about 84 times before I figured it out. Okay, so now if you want a smaller one, because they got a little small one I made too. But the thing is, you know, you use whatever the width of your paper 4 times for the length, because you're going to end up with 4 squares. So I flip it over, you know, and you can use the papers that you have with white, because you're not going to see the color. You're not going to see this side, so you don't have to have double-sided paper. And so, and then you try to get it folded. Well, first you try to cut it really nice and straight. That's not always really easy for me, but then you fold it nice and straight. So I'm going to go in here, and like I see, just a little bit of a smidge before you get that right to the center. And then take the other side and do the same thing. Yeah, and if I could remember who I learned it from, they said they learned it from somebody else, and that's pretty much how we learn things. And that's how we learn things. Everybody teaches everybody else. Okay, see, so there now I've got my 4 squares, and I'm going to take this first one over here on the right, and I'm going to fold it down. Pull that down, and I'm going to, whoops, maybe I need to get that a little further. Okay. Now, I don't know how this would work if you were to take a different size that wasn't exactly 4 times. I haven't tried that, so I don't know if you would just get a different size of a... Okay, so I'm going to now fold that one that way. See, so both those look the same here and here. Okay, then we're just going to flip this one up like this. Just flip it up and then shut it like you would the cover of a book. And then tuck this one, that pointy thing, in. That one I did a little bit better because I don't see my white at the top here. But see, then all of the white that was on the inside of the paper is hidden. You don't see that anywhere. So, and then if you, I mean, this is neat. I mean, even if you're sending a letter to somebody, you know, and you want to tuck something in there. But I think they're so cute. I got a stack of about 20 of them there that I made this afternoon because I just learned how to do them. But I think those are cute. And like a lot of us say, oh, I got all this ugly paper. Well, I don't say that because I don't see any ugly paper. I don't see any ugly nowhere. And but you take those papers, because if you take a 12 by 12 paper and make them this size, you can make 4 of these out of a 12 by 12 piece of paper. And so, And I just think they're just as cute as ever. And I mean, even if you put one of these on the inside of a greeting card, if you're sending somebody, um, if you're sending somebody a gift card, or uh, like I usually like to send my great grandchildren, they love money. And so I usually, if I send them a card, I send them $1, and then they get excited. And their mother says, now they want me to take them to the store. And so they want to go to see, because they go to the Dollar Tree. So that's all they need is another dollar. And and then if you have it in a little pocket, it's even cooler. Cooler. And that's what we look for. Oh, there's Joy. I am loving your clusters, sweetheart. I have used and used and used them. And I've used almost all the clusters that you've made already. A lot of them went into this book already. And then a second book started, which I think also is going to be in the giveaway, because I usually kind of go overboard like that. And oops, I just did that wrong. This has got to go up this way. See, so now that one goes that way, see? And then turn it in, and then put the pointy thing in there. So I love your clusters, though. And I sure would not throw them away, Joy. If you sent me more, I'd be thrilled to death. And I'd certainly not throw them away. But I just love these little pockets. They're just tiny, and they're quick to make. And you could use them for so many different things. Even if you put a pocket at the bottom of a tag and put another tag inside your tag, that would be so cute. So anyhow, that was just a little commercial. Oh, I want to tell you one other thing, too. It's another commercial. These are a whole bunch of commercials. This is like the Super Bowl. You get a whole lot of commercials. But I was playing today. And just a minute. Let me get this junk out of my printer. Now, look at this junk as I pull it out of my printer. Just a minute. I'm pulling this out of my printer. Pulling stuff out. I had too much stuff in my printer. Here's another cluster. Another cluster. Metal. Flowers. Another flower. Piece of paper. Wooden guitar. Metal flower. But this is what I did. And I think it is cooler than an ice cream cone. This is what I did. I started taking these things, just little pieces of scraps of this and that and the other. This is torn off a piece of tissue paper. These are clusters. These are metal pieces. This is a doily. This is a little wooden leaf. I love this. This may somehow go on the cover of one of my journals. Another metal. This is a piece of a napkin. This is something off of a fake flower. Looks kind of odd, but it's pretty cool. Another cluster. And what I do then, this is what I do. I first take the smaller things. Now I'm standing up again because I'm getting into my printer. And so then I'm taking this one, and I just kind of start scattering them around on my on the glass of the printer, of the scanner part. And I just scatter them, and I overlap them. And now see, everybody else might already know how to do this, but I'm just learning, because I'm just always just learning. And I layer them. They're layered. Okay, here's some flowers here. And here, let's this metal thing here. Let's put that there. And I'm just stacking them up there. They're just getting stacked. And let's put this here. And what else we got? Let's put this here. Piece of napkin. I'm almost running out of colored ink, so I'm going to do this one in just black and white. Put that right there. And let's put this little piece here. And let's see. Okay. Then I have this piece, which is just, I just took the cover of my watercolor thing and I just kind of glued stuff on it. This is all glued on there. Now I'm going to lay this upside down on top of all that stuff I just laid on there. And that is there because then if anything isn't anything, if anything, you know, I don't know how to say that. So I'm going to just print. I'll just tell my printer to print that. So now it's scanning it and printing it. I'm just printing it in black and white because, like I say, I'm almost out of printer ink. I gotta get some of that stuff. Get me some stuff. I need me some printer ink. But you can use just anything. And look at this. Now I have a piece of paper. This is everything that I put down. I just laid it down on the scanner. There's the doily, there's that little guitar, there's the metal pieces. And then I have, let's see, where did I put my others? I was doing some others today. Oh, here they are. See, this one I did in the black and white too. I had this little bookmark in there. See, and then there's the guitar and the flowers. And then this one I did in color. Oh, this was the same one. And this one was the last one I did in color, but I'm losing my color here because my ink is running out. But you can come up with your own. And I just was I didn't really even give it any thought. I just kind of just drew it on the scanner. So if you have a scanner, there's so much you can do. And this one here, I had kind of the flower, the rose as a focal point. And, you know, some of the things I have upside down, like this kitty one way, this kitty go to another way. And there's the doily, some flowers. And that napkin piece, this one I didn't have. This all I had on this one was just different papers. And then you just scan them. And I think I just think they're awesome. So you could use these as pages like in a junk journal. And yeah, it's a collage. And it's a collage that takes nothing to do. Because you're just laying them on, if you have a scanner, you know, if you have a print, mine is just, I just have a HB DeskJet printer, print, scan, and copy. It's just it was like $39, you know, they're not that much. But I just thought that they just turned out awesome. So I want to do more of these and come up with, this way you can really come up with papers that really match what you're using, whatever you're doing. If you're doing a something themed, which I don't usually, I do junk journals. I don't hardly do anything real like themed. And so, but that was fun. When I learned about them, I just figured it today. And I just think that they're just really, really neat. I wouldn't even, what does it say? Add them to your Etsy shop. You would buy them? Wow. Does kind of look like a puzzle, doesn't it, Andy? Yes. Yeah, I'm going to be adding more lace to my Etsy. My Etsy shop has been kind of nothing lately, but it's going to get more lace because my daughter is helping repackage lace so that we'll have packages that we can kind of peddle. We're going to peddle them. So anyhow, now I'll get back to where I was before my ADD kicked in. Attention deficit disorder. Mm. So yeah, that's fun. And I want to do like what would be pretty, I think too, is if you just put in a lot of layers of doilies, different doilies, and just layer them up on there and scan them in there. I think that would be pretty too. Look at this feather. This feather came off one of my chickens. I could put that in there. You can scan anything. Put the whole chicken in there. Oh, well, no, we won't. We won't put the whole chicken in there. Where did I put my? Oh, there. We will not put the whole chicken in there. But anyhow, back back to what we were doing. Sheila Bennett. Me too, because I just messed up one. Need to see it again. What do you need to see it again, Sheila? The pocket, the the pocket. Penny Trousdale thinks I'm funny. I am kind of funny. I'm kind of funny. Attention deficit high definition disorder. Oh, that's what you call it there, Crafty Kitty? Attention deficit high definition disorder. That's it. Yeah, that sounds like what I have. I think I'll re-diagnose myself. Yeah. I'm diagnosed with a lot of kind of weird stuff. So, yep. So tomorrow I go get my ID finally. I'm telling you, every time I go up there, I'm missing something. Well, the nice young gentleman, oh, and he was so nice. He was from the guy that was helping us out at the ID place, at the driver's license place. He's like from Jamaica, and he's got this awesome hair. Oh my gosh, I wanted to just touch his hair. But and his accent was like to die for. And so I asked him, "Where you from?" He goes, "I'm from Jamaica." I says, "Jiminy Christmas." Well, for one thing, I like that music in Jamaica because that's what they played on the ship. That Jamaican kind of whatever they call that music. It makes you feel like you're in Jamaica. And love that music. But he wrote me out a detailed list of what I need. Okay, Bootsy says his ADD is so severe he turned up the wrong street to go home. Okay, I don't know, but I might have to have you give me your driver's license. That's why I have to give an ID. That's why I had to get an ID because I let my driver's license expire because I was a danger to other people out on the road. And you know, I would kind of get confused, a little confused. I was didn't know if you're, red, which one means stop, red or green. I wasn't real sure. So, and a couple times I went right through a red light, and I was just lucky that I didn't get slammed by a Mack truck or something. And so finally I said, you know what? I think I'm alive and well. Nobody got killed or nothing. I didn't even get in a fender bender. But I said, I think I need to quit while I'm ahead. And so I did. I just quit driving. I never liked driving anyway. I never liked driving. I didn't even start driving until I was like in my 30s or late 20s. I don't remember. But only started driving because I was tired of asking people to bring me here, bring me there, bring me here. I didn't like that. So Bootsy, I just love you. Bootsy says his husband is going to take him to the vet to have him chipped just in case he get lost. I think that's a very good idea. Bob Marley. Yes, Mona, this guy at the driver's license days made me think of Bob Marley. In fact, when my daughter and I were sitting there, I said, boy, I hope he's the one that calls my number. And then he did, because I told her then, I said, he looks like Bob Marley. And he was so nice and he was so understanding. So
Didn't you say you and Tommy was going off tomorrow?
yeah, we're going off early.
But he told me I'm talking about you.
Okay, thank you, Pumpkinhead. Okay, so yeah, I like Bob Marley. I really like Bob Marley. But anyway, so yeah, so I got everything on the list. My daughter went through the list. She goes, okay, we got this, we got this, we got this. I mean, we had everything, but nothing was certified. I mean, geez, you need certified. Why do you got to be so picky? I know who I am. So then I'll have my, but now I got, you know, even the Jamaican money was pretty. Oh, I need some Jamaican money. But oh, and he was so friendly. He was just so friendly and so kind. A lot of times you go to these places and the people behind the counter, I don't know what they have for breakfast, but they can be so darn grumpy sometimes. You just want to just grab them and tickle them, make them yaman. Yeah, yaman. And make them smile. You wonder why, you know, it takes less muscles to smile than it does to frown. So I don't know why some people want to be so crabby. So crabby. So they should be uniformed policemen in that place. I wonder. Hi, Amy. There's Amy's Colorful Creations. Good to see you, Miss Amy. Yeah, I don't know why they have you know, guards in there. Oh, your son's middle name is Marley in honor of Bob. Oh, that is so awesome. I don't know if this needs some oil or something. WD-40. Yeah, so I don't know why they have them policemen in there. I don't know if do they think that somebody's going to come in and rob them or something? I don't know. Nobody trusts anybody anymore. Everybody looked pretty. You know, I was thinking, my daughter was sitting there waiting on the doctor today at the doctor's office. I said, you know what would be fun is to always have a few trivia cards in our pocketbooks. And when there's all these people looking like they're on their way to the electric chair or something, I don't know. Everybody looks so grumpy while they just kind of whisper to each other, you know, probably talking about my purple hair. But if you just have a bunch of trivia cards in your pocketbook and then just all of a sudden start asking questions. Yeah, trivia questions. And get everybody that's out there waiting so that they didn't have to, because they just sit there and they stare off in space and then they look at their watch and then they stare off into space. Some of them playing on their phone. It's just the most boring place ever. So I'm thinking, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I wouldn't be scared. I'd do it. I wouldn't be scared. Just start reading off trivia questions and see who can answer them. That's right. Maybe I would have some Skittles, and if you get the question right, just throw them out as Skittles. No, I wouldn't do that part, but I would ask the question. I told my daughter about the sing-along idea too, but she said, nah, let's not do the sing-along. But it would be fun. It'd be fun. People are just too bored these days. You got to cheer them up. You don't want to go to the doctor's office anyway, because the doctor's just going to tell them you're obese and you need to lose weight. You have a sister named Skeeter. I have a son named Skeeter. He picked his own name, though. I didn't pick his name. He picked his own name. So one of the aunties petted my hair in Uganda. Oh, so I bet that was pretty. You know what? I would love to have my hair done like that because, well, it's too short now, but I think you could still do it because I just love people messing with my head. Now, I wouldn't want a massage or anything like that because I don't like people touching me, but for my hair, Oh yeah, you can mess with my hair all the time. Yes. Did you date a Skeeter? Yep, my oldest son's name is Skeeter. Skeeter William Brewer. He lives over there in Arizona. He just sent me. He's the one that lives off grid. I've told you folks about my off grid redneck son, but I was proud of him. He bought his son. He's got a son in the third grade, fourth grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, fourth grade, and they just bought him a violin because he plays the violin in his school. So he wanted his own. So he's got his own. She got ate up by skeeters, and so Mama named her Skeeter. Well, my son named him his own self because when he was born, well, there's a long story beside that, but he was born a junior, and the person who was his father, I divorced because he was very mean and ugly and hateful and horrible. And Skeeter's first whipping was with a fly swatter handle when he was 3 months old. That's when I said, okay, this is over. So I took my bloody face, and it was bloody because I got the beating first, and we left. But my dad always called him Skeeter, just for some reason had started calling him Skeeter from the very beginning. So that's all we ever called him. Hey, Susan. And so then when I remarried, then my husband, my dear husband, adopted him. And so at the adoption, then we were able to change his name. Of course, his name got changed. So we just let him pick his own name. And since everybody called him Skeeter anyway, he says, I picked Skeeter, and he picked William because that was his new father's middle name. So Skeeter William. Skeeter William. That's how his name got to be Skeeter William. The end. So he picked his own name. Some people say, Skeeter, is that like your real name or ending fame? You know, that's my real name. Yeah, he was a creep. He was a creep. He was a creep. Mm-hmm. He married so many times after I was his first. And then he married like 6 times after me. One of his wives disappeared. He said that she just left one night and didn't come back. Many people think, well, he's now dead too, but cirrhosis of the liver from drinking. But so many people think that he really knows where she is or knew where he was, and she's probably somewhere buried, because that is about how mean he was. Wouldn't put it past him one bit. But anyway, that was a sad story. Thank goodness there's the end to that story. I'd love to go to Uganda. I think that would be, you know, a sweet little boy named Ant, just plain old Ant, A-N-T. It's not Antoine or something like that, because see, that's what it sounds like. Ant would be for Antoine. Actually, I knew a boy in school that's name was Antoine, and it was short for Anthony. Antoine. They called him. Oh, now I can't remember. Antoine, and they called him Andy. That's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah. These pages, these papers. Oh, I love that. I love script. I just love any kind of script as paper. Script paper. Okay, let's see. Yeah, these are going to be like so perfect for the covers on my little journal. So I'll pull 2 out. So I'll have one that I'll use one side, and the other one I'll use the other side. These are very pretty. Very, very, very pretty. 。 No, that guy, that guy was named. Oh, I don't even like his name, but his name was Douglas. Nothing wrong with the name Douglas, but now every time I hear the name Douglas, it gives me the goosebumps. He was very mean. He got in a fight with his dad one day, and his dad died 2 days later. But he never got charged with anything. And he beat every one of his wives. Every wife, he beat every one of them. He just had it in him. The thing is, I dated him in school for 2 years before I married that idiot. And he was good the whole time. Maybe I did something to deserve it, but I don't think so. I do not think so. Nope. Yes, no, this is not Tim Holtz, Susan. This is Seven Gypsies. This is Seven Gypsies paper here, but it is a lot like a Tim Holtz style, though, isn't it? But this is Seven Gypsies, and the paper that I have in the book, it's got a lot of nature on it, too, but it is Die Cuts with a View, and it's the Mariposa collection. No, nobody does. That's right. But you know how often it happens? It happens more than we even know. Because I put up with it only for a little over a year. Because we was married in January, and then our first one, our baby was born in December. And so then he was about 3 months old when he got his beaten. And so then I said, okay, we're done. And so I wasn't even with him very long. And I was beaten many times even before that. But I just kind of left. I kept thinking, okay, he's not, because he would always, okay, I promise this is never going to happen again. And I believed him. But it did. It kept happening again and again and again. He didn't trust me. He didn't, nothing. It was horrible. And so, but then after the beatings went to the baby, that's when I said, no, we won't do this anymore. You put up with an abusive husband way too long, almost 6 years. Wow, Gail. And I bet you felt the same way. Like, I think they all do the same thing. I think they will promise this will never happen again. And, but, they're lying. But we always want to believe them. We don't want to say that we have really screwed up. I mean, we've got a beautiful wedding. And, for one thing, I didn't want my parents to think that they wasted their money, on this wedding. But finally, it was enough. I had to leave and say, yep, I made my bed and I don't want to lay in it. Yeah. Yes, they apologize. You know what? I do. I do too. Even Gail, I have nightmares as well. And not as many anymore. Not as many. But I would get them. But I jump a mile high if somebody walks up behind me. Not as bad as I did, but it's horrible. It leaves a mark forever. It leaves a forever mark on you when that happens. Yeah. So I feel for anybody that is going through that and they just don't realize that there's an out. A lot of them, and it's not only ladies, there's ladies that beat on their husbands. So, no, you don't. We never deserve to be abused. No. Dana, were you abused as well? It's horrible. Yes. Yeah. It because it doesn't go away, Gail. Sometimes you even you think you've seen somebody that kind of resembles them, and then yeah, you get the willies. It's just horrible. Oh, you abusive man in your extended family, but not to his wife. I don't know why I I don't know why some people feel the need to actually inflict pain on another. I can't even watch wrestling or boxing. Um, oh yes, Scrap and Lizzie is what I call my shop on Etsy. Right now it's a real boring shop. There's not much of it in at all in there. Um, and so, but I do, it's going to get built up soon with stuff. My daughter's helping me now, and I've got this lazyitis. That's another thing I've got is lazyitis. That's right. Kill them with kindness. Kill them with kindness. Hard sometimes, though. It's so hard. I believe in karma, but yes, he's crippled up. Ugly little man now, nothing like when I was a teenager. He's divorced again for the fourth time. Yeah. Does that surprise anybody? Right. I put up with an abused husband for 8 years. Now I'm happy with my hubby and he alone. Yes. Yeah. It's it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. You don't know. You really don't know. And so, and it used to be, mothers would say, okay, you made your bed lying at your parents, that kind of thing. But sometimes you just can't lie in that bed. It's too lumpy and it's got nails in it. Yeah. So, I think he's all in the right direction. Okay. All righty then. Yep. Okay, I want to kind of just distress these just a little bit. Just a little witty bit. Mm, yeah. We thank everybody just for being here, period, and just for, I don't know, being here. Just being here for each other is a blessing. My first marriage was mental abuse. Yes, mental abuse, true though. That, sometimes the physical abuse, after a while, it kind of goes away. Mental abuse never goes away. It's like it is there. And the live stream jump back to the front. Huh. Okay, now actually, Papa is my third husband. The husband that saved me, he passed away when he was 54. He had early onset Alzheimer's disease. Now he's the one that had adopted Skeeter, and then we had more children. But he died at age 54 with early onset Alzheimer's disease, and that was in 97. And then in '01, I married Papa. And so him and I have been married. I mean, we've been together now 20 years. And he is, believe it or not, so much like my Ernie, so much like the father of my children. In fact, because my youngest child was only 11 when his daddy died, that, you know, then when I did meet Richard, my husband now, Papa, he helped me raise him. And I'm just so happy because he really, at first I said, no, I don't even want a relationship because I didn't want to share that responsibility with anybody. I said, I just want to do it myself. I'll be fine. But, and as it turned out, I mean, he's been awesome. He has been awesome. So I got lucky twice. After the first time, then twice. I have been so blessed. So I am happy, very happy. And my kids too. My kids, my one daughter, she didn't come to our wedding because she just wasn't ready for me to replace her father. And I said, I understand that. And she didn't understand at the time that I wasn't replacing her father. And but now that she has seen who he really is, she just loves him. And Jeffrey, that daughter's son, Jeffrey and Papa are like, they are connected at the hip, let me tell you. So he has been so good for our family, for not just me, but for all of us. And I have not one complaint about him, not one. Except he spoils me probably more than I should be spoiled. That's not a complaint. And see, Grace, you are blessed. I am so happy to hear that. Yep, so happy to hear that. I love stories of long-lasting marriages. Yep, I am. I am. I just love long, happy marriages. And every marriage has problems. Every marriage has problems. But you work through them. I mean, nothing's going to be perfect. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. You work through them. You don't expect perfection. Just don't speak to me for 2 days. You can talk to me the second Tuesday of next week. That's it. I've heard enough. Yeah, something like that. 36 years for Beetle Chick. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. See, that is good. You don't give up. And everybody gives 100% of their 50%. Yeah, I told my honey, now Richard, I said, as long as you just keep buying me chocolate, we're good. But now I tell him, he's so used to buying me chocolate. Now he's not buying me chocolate. I've been 3 weeks now. No, it's not been quite 3 weeks. Sunday it'll be 3 weeks without one bite of sugar. Other than, natural sugar that you get in fruits and vegetables, but not one iota of sugar is out of my diet. But I don't call myself on a diet. I just change my way of eating. So I don't even worry about my weight. I worry about I keep a record of my sugar levels. And that's what I'm going for. I don't care about the weight. I'm not going to let that bother me. So, I don't know because I'm not weighing myself. But I do know my clothes are not as tight. So I don't weigh myself. I'll weigh myself when I go to the doctor on the 1st of March is my doctor appointment. Then I'm going to see. But I'm not going to weigh myself because I get discouraged too easy because I also retain water. So when I have, they call it congestive heart failure, and you kind of retain water. I have that. And so I can weigh 5 more pounds in one day than the next. And, I can weigh 1 8 and then I can weigh 5 more pounds. But now that I'm watching even the salt, I'm even now that I'm watching the salt, I am noticing that even my legs and feet do not swell like they were. So I am making myself get healthy because I want to be around for a very long time because I got grandchildren that I gotta watch grow up. How to keep an eye on them. Yes, faith has gotten me through it all. That is true. And you have to have that faith. But they start hitting on you, kick them to the curb. But if they haven't hurt you yet, it's not going to happen. You lost 115 pounds and it just fell off. And I wish I had kept it off. I told my doctor, I said, if you diagnose me with anything else, got a list of diagnoses about 10, 12, but they don't show. I mean, nothing's going to kill me. But I said I would like to be diagnosed with one of those illnesses, with one of them. See, I keep looking at the phone. Okay. Oh, that's right. You can't see my head anyway. I want to be diagnosed with one of them illnesses that gives you unexplained weight loss. That's what I want. I said, can I choose my illness? I want one that is unexplained weight loss as a symptom. My hubby is my third husband, and we've been together 21 years. Very wonderful. Yep. That's good. That is good. Yep. So, and that's what you do. You just go one day at a time, and if you have a problem, work through it. Just work through it. Because no problem is too big to fix. None. No problem is too big to fix. Well, unless they're beating the snot out of you, that's too big to fix. Beating your children, we don't go for child abuse. Do not go, none of that. None of that stuff. But like for me and my husband, we don't even talk about money. A lot of people have problems over money. We don't even talk about money. We pay our bills at the first of the month. If we've got extra, then good. If we don't, oh well, then we wait the next month. But we don't talk about money. We don't argue. Definitely don't argue. We don't argue about nothing. But yeah. So yeah. You're the same. Yep. Dead before they figure it out. I've been getting everything. I've been getting everything lined up, to where, because I just lost my friend, I just thought, there's things I have to do before that special day comes when I get to go meet my maker. And that's right. He never puts more on us than we can handle. But yeah. I guess I agree with that. But what was I saying? Let me see. I was going to say something really important and left my brain. If we were blessed and have a wonderful husband, things just get better with years of marriage. That's right. That's it, Grace. We don't argue about money. We don't have it to argue. And we always say we got enough. We got enough to pay our bills at the first of the month. We're in debt on credit cards. Not a lot, but we're a little bit in debt on credit cards. But we tell our kids, you guys will stuck with them when we go. But there was a time that we had to depend on our credit cards. But we pay every month. They get some money every month. Them our creditors get some money. We're happy with that. They like all the interest they're making off of us. No big, no biggie. Yep. I don't even remember the last time me and the hubster have argued, if we even argued. I don't think we argue. Sometimes I have to tell him I'm right and you're wrong, but and then he agrees, so it's not like arguing. He goes, "Yeah, you're right." Sometimes I have to let him know that he's wrong. You're wrong, Papa. Oh, and he says, "Okay, whatever you say." I just love that guy. You never saw, and that's how my well, I call him my first husband because I don't even like that ugly one, but my Ernie, we never fussed in front of the children. And if we had something that we didn't agree on, maybe in parenting or something, we always talked about it behind closed doors, never in front of the children. And they mention that now, even they'll say, we never saw you and Dad fussing at one another. And they didn't. We did not fuss at one another. Now, sometimes he might say, my fish was bigger than your fish when we go fishing. And I would say, no, mine was bigger. That's about the size of our arguments, our fish stories, because he was telling a story. His fish weren't bigger than my fish. But anyway. Oh, yours argued all the time. Mine fell down my daughter's stairs drunk. He was completely paralyzed. Oh, I guess that teach him. My son-in-law got in a motorcycle accident, and he was paralyzed. He's passed away now, but he got paralyzed from the chest down, so he still had his arms he could work with, and he was a mechanic. And that man, oh my gosh, it was, hi, Keisha. Hi, Keisha. Oh my goodness. But my son-in-law, he got paralyzed in a motorcycle accident. But after he got, well, he never got unparalyzed, but he was only paralyzed from the chest down. And that man could swing himself up into a car engine and fix a car like nobody's business. And he didn't let that slow him down. Oh, there's another bumblebee. Where's my Gracie envelope? There it is. I gotta put that bumblebee in there for Miss Gracie. See, Grace? Says your name on there. I'm putting the bumblebees in there. And it sits right there. I gotta find some more bumblebees. I probably won't find a whole lot more because I'm gonna send it in an envelope so it'll go across the pond safely. Miss Gracie's making a bumblebee album. And it is hard to find bumblebees. Yeah, they're not like you can find butterflies everywhere. And things, dragonflies, but bumblebees, no, they're kind of hiding. They're kind of hidden. So, yeah. So I've been trying to find you some, Grace. I found a few here and there. And as I dig through stuff, I may find some more. Gracie, did you ever get my ATC that I sent you? I hope so. Hope they didn't drop it in the water on the way over. Oh, the bees didn't make much honey for no one around here this season. Oh, I wonder if that means that that honey will go up in price. Did you, Mona? You found bumblebees for her? Oh, that is wonderful. That is good. She's going to be able to build her beautiful album. That's good. I haven't found many, but I'm looking. I'm looking. Now, some of these, I like ladybugs too. Wow, nobody had any honey. Okay, Keisha, go say their little prayers. That's wonderful. Not many people say the prayers with their children anymore at night. I always love to listen to my children's prayers. For one thing, they were always entertaining. My children's prayers is the things that they would pray for or pray about or whatever is that were important to them. Things that were important to them were just amazing. You actually had a B file, Mona? Wow, that's awesome. I am sure that Miss Gracie appreciated that a lot if she's got them already. Just putting a little bit of a decoration on the top of each one of these little folders that's going to go in the pockets. See how I just kind of go a little here and there, just slowly, just kind of almost like a assembly line, how I do it, how I do my little albums. Now, if I'm working in a junk journal, just, I don't do themed journals very often, so isn't that a pretty robin red breast? The birds are so pretty. That's pretty. So you got my frog file and she'll have my bee file. I mean, that was a lot of frogs, Mona, and I have them. I have them in my book. I love my frog book. It is so much fun. I'm not finished with it yet. Let me show you though. I'm not finished, and I used brown paper bags to do my frog book, and it is just full of frogs. The name is Frog Talk. Brave Billy Bob Baloo, the bullfrog brown bag boy, and his buddies. Beautiful book of bravery. And then we'll see inside the bag. I've still got some little frogs that I just got another book too from a friend sent me, and it was Jerome. That's a copy of the front of the book, and so I have so many frogs, and most of these frogs came from Mona, but I used just the brown paper bag. Look at this little frog in the little boy's hands. But when doing in here, which my is is um is putting these little, because I use this book with my kids, my grandkids. And so I got little riddles in here like, what's green, 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 green? And the answer is a frog rolling down a hill. But see how I've got just all different frogs. Look at this. And look at that one. These, what happens when two frogs collide? They get tongue tied. But this was a greeting card. Look at these frogs. And then each bag opens up into a pocket. I can put more frog things inside the pockets. So I'll continually, and see, this is the bottom of the bag, how that goes. But I still have space here to put more frogs. So I'll just keep collecting my frogs and I'll put them on here. I made some with little flip outs. And there's another one of the pages. That's bottom of the brown paper bag. Space here to still put more. What do frogs wear when skydiving? They wear jumpsuits. Here's a little frog poem. Look at this jewel frog right here. Like I say, most of these come from Mona. I just love it. And I'm going to dig through my charms because I know I got like little frog charms that I'm going to tie to the end of those strings. And then I have tuck spots here where I can put little frogs. Sometimes I get a piece of paper that's got frogs on both sides. I don't want to glue it down. Here I put a piece of green rickrack. I'm going to be putting more of the green in here in different fibers too. So this will be an ongoing thing. There, 1, 2. See, there's a little one. Fits in a pocket. So I got this here. It's the smelliest thing in the world is a skunk convention. This frog was there. It looks like he's sticking his nose like something stinks. All these little frogs on a trampoline. What book do frog parents read to their kids before bedtime? Hop on Pop. Oh, and my grandkids love looking through this book. And I make sure when they look through it, and then we read the little poems and stuff. When we go through it together. Yeah, so these are pictures out of the Jerome book that I just got. Love them frogs. But see there? That's the back cover. Look at that frog got a first aid kit. Looks like he got in some kind of a dangerous situation. But see, then the handles are here. Yep. Yeah, a dog journal would be fun too. Yes. So anyhow, and it's just something fun. It's just something fun to do. I have one friend who I have one friend, she feels like she needs a reason for each book she makes. Like it's got to be for somebody or for a certain something. But nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Just make a book for no reason. Just do for no reason. So she's trying to do just a glue book. She's trying to do that, and but she feels because she's real OCD. She's real organized, and sometimes you can just be a little bit too much organized. Not that that's a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. I'm not saying that at all, but I'll put a little pocket right there on that one. And so, let's see. Oh. Nippity zippity doo dah zippity yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Put that little bird on there. And then I never even counted, so I don't know if I've got enough here or not. 72 viewers? Are you serious? Wow. And you know what? I looked online and I have a few that I really like to watch of live streamers. And so I'm always looking to see who's on so I can see if I can, because I like to put a live stream on while I'm working on something. And to keep me occupied, not a trouble, keep me from going to the bar rooms. And There was like, when I looked earlier today, there was like 7 people. I said, oh my gosh, I'm going on. That means I can't watch these. So, but there was like a lot of my regular people that I love to watch. But I can always go and watch their replays. That's one good thing, is we can watch the replays. So now I have the little journaling spots, the little journals. I didn't put something beautiful. Something needs to be on that one. How'd that happen? We have here. Let's see. What do I have here? Oh, I think I'm going to put a. Oh, no, that's big. I can't put that on there. So I'm going to put. Didn't I just have a butterfly there in my hand? It flew away. Darn butterflies. Here's a little butterfly. So let's put this here and this here. Yeah. Hi, Kansas. Speaking of bills, I have a few to pay tonight, so I better sign off now. I'll chat with you all in the next video. Have a great evening, all. Thank you, Yvonne, for coming. Thank you so much. I just love it. Just love talking to you all. And like, we're friends forever. BFFs, all of us. You get them bills paid. You get them bills paid. See how much you got left over to go to the thrift shop, if any. So I'm not going to be on a whole lot longer now. I'm going to, I wonder if I want to, what do I have here? Do I have something? This is pretty. You know what I could do? Yeah, I think I'm going to put one of my little pockets right there. Yeah. Because I didn't want a big pocket there to cover up too much of that stuff. So I'm going to put this little pocket there. And then I'll put a tag in that little pocket. I'll put this little flower in there for now. You can put anything you want in that pocket. I love those little pockets. I think they're pretty. Now this goes into a book. Actually, maybe this should go in this pocket here. Put it behind the flower. You can put more than one thing in the pocket. That makes it even more fun. Okay, so that's in that one. Put this one here. That one should have a butterfly with it. I'll have to find a butterfly. Put that with there. Oh, this will be pretty here. Now this, maybe that wants a pocket. Yeah. Put it here. It might want a pocket. It wants a pocket. Yeah, it's got its little book. Oh, I'm going to have to make a few more books. I like this one where the flower looks like it's growing out of the pocket. Okay, that one I already put one in. And look, oh, look at this. This will match. That's pretty. This one might need something up here. Wow, is your theme? What is your theme for your next journal? I must make clusters for it. My next journal is this little one that I'm working on over here. The other book journal like this is vintage. It's going to be vintage, but I'm doing a vintage one and a sewing one. So vintage and sewing are the two that I've got. Well, the vintage one started, and the sewing one, well, the sewing one is started too. That one is started too. I got a lot of things started. So I have to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more little pamphlets to go. So see, it is getting kind of thick. So what I'll probably end up doing is finishing these, the insides, finish the inside with tags. I'm going to have, so it is going to get a little thicker than I had hoped, but somehow I will put, the cover is going to be more of an artsy thing. I'm not going to just cover it with paper. It's going to be covered. What I have planned is I'm going to color texture paste. I'm going to put a color in texture paste. And I'm going to color some texture paste with paint. And then I'm going to use a stencil and put texture paste on the front. Then it's going to get painted. But that's going to happen all the way around. But then I'm going to put, there's going to be like a band that goes down here on the front and the back. In the band is going to have eyelets. This is what I've got. This is what I got in mind. So the eyelets are going to go in a band down here and down the back. Then I'm going to take some, hi Susan Baker, darling. Then I'm going to take some ribbon of some kind and I'm going to lace it like a shoestring, like you would lace a shoe and then tie it at the top. Doesn't that sound awesome? So that's what I want to do. I want to lace it up so it kind of looks like a tied up shoe. So that will be what I want, the finishing thing. And then I have like, I'm not sure how yet even or what I'm going to do with this, but I like the looks of this. It's a gold fern. Somehow, I don't know how exactly, but somehow this I want to live on here. This fern. Because I love that. I think it is so pretty. So I don't know if I will go over it with texture paste and just kind of blend it in. But I want this. I mean, you probably won't even see the gold anymore after I'm not sure. But see, if this is here, if there's things texture pasted on here, and then my shoestring binding, I think it'll be pretty. Hi, Lala. Lala Lori. Look at all them hearts, all them colorful hearts. Yeah, I think it'll be really pretty. I do think so. So if it was like it's in my head, you know, right now it's just in my head. You know what? What time is it? Oh, I wanted to show you one other thing. I'll have to make another little video. Okay, because I started this right here. This is a never-ending journal, which you may have seen never-ending journals, where you just turn the pages and turn the pages and turn the pages, and you continue to turn the pages, and you turn the pages, and when you think you're at the end, then you just keep turning the pages, and so it never ends. It's a never-ending journal. What I made this out of is all those pages, see, and you just keep going and going and going. Okay, that's a never-ending journal. Now, what I did was these are the pages I took out of the book. And I've got them all folded in half. These are the pages I took out of the book. They're all folded in half. And so what I've done now is, here's another one that I got started. And here we go. Turn the page, turn the page, turn the page. See, this way you have something to do with, oh, before you glue that fern leaf on, you should totally use some paint on the back side of it and then use it as a stamp for the back cover so it's like a shadow of the leaf on the front. That is an awesome idea, Kansas. That is a very good idea. I like that. That's cool. Okay, that is cool. That is good. I like it. I like that. And so, and here we go, and it keeps flipping, you know, it keeps flipping. Oops. See here? And see, these are just with the pages now. Those are the pages I took out of the book. And so this will be a whole nother book. And then see, I took and measured the page, and I cut my mats just a quarter of an inch smaller than the size here. And here's what I put them on. See? Put them all on there. What's neat about this is there's no binding. There's no binding. In fact, if you pick it up like this, it just keeps coming. But there's no binding on here. So as you start putting things in here, you can just put all kinds of things in this book, and it won't get this alligator mouth sort of thing. It will just get thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker. And it's fun. And you're using these pages. And so the way I put pages together is I've got right here, I've got them all folded in half. I just sat here and folded all the pages I took out of the book, and I folded them in half. So like, for instance, now I'll say like I'll take 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then out there, I'm going to take these 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've them folded. Now these are folded over here, and these are folded over here. So these ones I push out of my way. So then what I do is I take this one here. I'm going to open that up, and hopefully I can show you where it makes sense. I open that up, and then I just put glue down them two sides like that. Now I'm going to open this page up, and I'll put that in there and close it back on top of that glue. And I'll put another page here like this, and then put that other glued piece on here. Now I'm going to take another one to open this way, and I'm just going to glue just a line down the edge. Put that down on there. Try and get it in there straight, Elizabeth. There. And then I'll get another piece that opens that way. Put it on there. And then close that glued one on there. Get me another one here, and I'm going to glue it. Put those 2 strips of glue. And put it in there and put that on top of that. Get me another page here. See, I'm not putting any glue on these ones because I'm using the glue that I put on this one. So see, I'm actually gluing 2 pages together. See there? There we go. And then I come here again with this. And you can do as many pages as you want. We're going to go like this. open this one this way, lay it on top of there, and then glue it on there. Okay, now this, let's see, do I have it right? Oh, nope, I have to put one more on the back here. So I'm just going to glue, because I need this, because I need this to open the other way. Okay, so now there's the front of the book, and there's how it's going to start flipping. Each page is going to flip. We want that last page, like this, to open again this way. So then when I got on the last page, so this front page and this back page is only one layer thick. So to make it just a little bit heavier, I took another page and I just covered. I just put that, so that first page, which is like the cover, it's actually 3 layers of paper. And then I'll do the same thing on this one. So this is a way, you know, instead of having a whole stack of these pages laying around and you think, okay, I took them out of the book, what can I do with them? You can make another book. Okay, now, because all that I have in the center now, even though this is 3 layers and this is 2 layers, the center is just one piece of paper. It's only one. So I think that won't be real strong. So what I've done now is I take and I tear a piece like this. I take some and I just tear them in half. Because now I'm going to do the same thing that I did in the book, in the altered book. Okay, I'm not getting these cut tearing very straight because I'm going very fast. I'm on full speed, warp speed of a snail here. And then I'm going to fold them in half like this. Fold all of those in half. So now they're like a long skinny piece. Just fold them in half. And I think I have enough here. And I'm going to put these are what is going to make the pages, where the pages turn, you know, the hinge of each, instead of having a whole spine on the side of the book, each page is a hinge. So you don't want that to come apart. And so so these pages now are now so now what I'll do is each fold I'm going to put, now I'm going to glue all the way around. I'll go all the way around, and so now on each fold where that is folded here, I'm going to put that fold on the fold, and that just gives me a stronger, yeah, no, I didn't actually. There's no pockets. I'll put the pockets later. It kind of looks like a pocket here. You could probably use a pocket because I didn't glue it, but it's right on the fold. So you could glue that right there if you wanted to, but I didn't glue them. But and you could probably make a pocket out of that if you wanted to, but the edge of the pocket would go right up to the fold, so it'd be kind of hard to get things in and out of, but you could make it sure secret pockets where nobody would find your personal secrets. hide your $100 bills in there or something. So see, then this just makes those folds sturdier. And the whole page a little sturdier too. And even these, well, I was going to say, even these you could even leave open here for a pocket, but I'm putting a whole mat on these, see, just like this. I put a whole mat on them, so it's covering up this, but you can go back and put a pocket on it. And so, but then on each one of the folds, I just put that extra piece of paper to make it. It comes out to be a pretty sturdy little album. It's quite sturdy. So it's not just book pages. It's actually the book pages are layered to make it quite sturdy. This one doesn't really need one, but I'm going to put it on there anyway because that's a cover. I'm going to put one on there anyway just because I want to. And then see, it keeps flipping. So now when I go to the other side, I'm putting on these hinges now. Here, they kind of meet in the middle. So each one of the pages are the same thickness. But it's just one way that you can use the pages. So you know, when you pull a book apart and you got all them pages, then you think, oh, what am I going to do with those pages? And this gives you an idea of what you can do with those pages. Because we don't want to see anything go to waste. Nothing go to waste. But I like how this one, it just keeps opening. I mean, you just don't ever come to the end. And again, you can use this for a photo journal. You know, I think we talk about making journals, but we really, really, really need to make photo journals so that you take the ouch. You take, oh, this is quick dry, Aleene's quick dry tacky glue. So, which I kind of like that. You usually use the art glue, but I'm out. I ran out. I rendered it out. So I got to order some more. But I like this too. This is good. I think all of Aleene's glue is good. They got so many different ones, and I like them all. I'm not too glue. You know, you know, I'm not a glue snob. I just whatever glue is there, I use. But I do like the Aleene's. And I like Elmer's glue. But there's some glue, like the thing is, this kind of glue, this won't show on the outside so much. And need one more piece. Where, like, one thing really nice about the art glitter glue is it does not show, like sometimes you can glue something on and you can see the glue lines through. Art glitter glue, it doesn't do that. You don't see the glue lines through. I think that's the reason, like, a lot of people really like that. But a lot of people do like the art glitter glue. But this is good. This is good. I like this glue right here. There's only one glue I bought that I threw away, and not to be mean to Martha Stewart, but Martha Stewart glue. It like it never dried. It would. The Martha Stewart glue didn't dry. I finally threw it away. I don't know if maybe it was some glue that had got frozen or something, because I bought it. Yeah, art glitter is my favorite. And so That is my favorite. Although this, I do like this. I do like this. Now, see, when I was showing it a while ago, I was showing it to my camera. I was showing it not to my camera. I was showing it to my phone. But this is Eileen's Quick Dry Tacky Glue, premium all-purpose adhesive, quick drying and fast tacking. So, and I like the way they started making their bottles where you store them upside down like that. I mean, so the glue isn't all up here and you got to wait for a day or two for it to get down where it belongs. So, yeah, I like that. I like this glue. This is good glue. So that's how I put that book together. So that'll be my front cover, and it'll flip, 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 flip. And just when you think you get to the end, you just keep going again. Yep. Okay, Patricia, you have a question? You used fabric tack and it showed through the fabric. Did I do it wrong? I had the same problem with the fabric tack. Because I thought that we could, because my daughter and I tried to hem a curtain. And I thought it would work really, really well. But, maybe. Okay, so Bonnie, I guess what you have to do is to put the fabric tack on the fabric. You have to spread it. Okay, so you need to spread it out and then it will not show. I think my daughter's curtain too may have been too light of a weight of maybe because we just used it to hem a curtain and it kind of, it was a mess. Okay, Kathy D has to get up early tomorrow to get her car to the shop. Okay. All right. Well, you sleep well, Kathy. Thank you so much for coming by. Okay, so if you spread it, Susan, then it won't show through. That's good to know. And Bonnie says she only uses it on heavier fabrics. Diane Teresi, I think you said that you live down in Port Richey, did you say? Teresi, Diane Teresi, I think so. Tailor-made journals, okay. Now, tailor-made, I have got to give a shout out to Tailor-Made Journals. Now, I just purchased some printables from her Etsy shop. The printables are very affordable and you get a lot for your money. And so I ordered, well, first of all, I had ordered some for my my nature book, some printables. And then I ordered more because I'm using them on my vintage. She's awesome vintage ones. And so if you go to her Etsy, how do you get to your Etsy? Oh, you put in Tailor-Made Journals. Yes. Tailor-Made Journals. Put that into when you go to Etsy and you look at her I wonder if I've got the ones that I just printed. Do I have them right here? Where did I put them? Did I leave them up here? Did I put them up here? I just want to show you some of these. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but these, all I've got is these great big long pages. I got to get some more printer paper too. But she has got, I bought these and the whole set was like $3 something, I guess. It was not much, but these are the vintage beautiful images. And I printed these ones small. You can print them big. I printed them small. And then some, I love these. I love these. These are images, and these are from Tailor-Made Journals. And they are, and now this one, these ones are from the sewing. from the sewing one, because I'm doing a sewing journal as well. And so I've got some really neat images. Now here is where my ink started running loose. I'm running out, gotta get more ink. But such they're beautiful. I just love them. I just love these. And so I printed them just on paper, but I'm going to, before I cut them out, I'm going to glue the whole page on something different, on like a more heavier braid. But these are wonderful. And that's where, if you saw her, she's up there. I just saw her, the tailor-made journals. Look at these tags. And again, this is from the sewing journal. There's so many. And they print out so nicely. You can print them. I mean, you can adjust the sizes. Waterproof linen. These are awesome. And I love the colors. I love that they're that sepia gives it real old look. And look at this one. And I didn't even print them all out. I started running out of ink, so I figured I was getting close to running out of ink. But look at these, gorgeous. And so if you're doing anything like a vintage, or, I mean, if you go to buy any of these kind of papers in, the store, or you pay so much for them. But these are images of actual beautiful, like this is an image from a pattern. Butterwork pattern and Delta butterwork design, price 25 cents. Now, you know what you pay for a pattern now? Patterns now are like $10 and more. They're terrible prices. But I love it. These are going to look so awesome in my book. I've got more that I haven't printed out yet, because tomorrow my daughter and I are shopping, and I got to get my ink. I got the money. I'm going to get the ink. So anyway, let's see. Let me see. I was looking for a different book. Should I make a big fat mess here? All right, I'm going to use this book. Okay, I always love my all of my videos. I end them with a little positive. Yeah, ink is expensive. It is expensive. But even to me, the price of the ink, I watch what I print out. I don't like print out stuff unless I'm going to really use it. And so it's less expensive than going and buying all of this stuff already printed, Okay, so I'm going to read a page from my, here's one. I can create fun in my life. I love my Louise Hay. Okay, be good to yourself. By enjoying yourself every day in every way, feel free to let loose and have fun. I can create fun in my life. You are grown up now. You can do anything you want to do. Whenever you do what pleases you, wonderful things occur. It is a way of being nurturing to yourself. And as you do so, you find more fun in your world. You are allowed to have more fun. The more fun you have, the more other people love you. You love and approve of who you are, and you feel good about yourself. All is well in your fun-filled world. And so that is our positive words for this evening. And I am so glad that you all stayed with me. I tried to keep up with the chat as much as I could, and I apologize if I missed questions or if I missed things. And but I'm trying, and I am getting better. So I just want you all. Oh, and there's Mary. I didn't even see you, Mary. Oh, yep. I was just finishing up. I'm a 2-hour I usually go 2 hours. Can't go more than 2 hours. Some people can stay on 8 hours. That's not me. I can't do that. So 2 hours is usually is how much I can go. And Jessica Rapp, oh my goodness, look at that. Okay, I love you all, and thank you. You know, you can kind of watch it. You can watch it on the replay, and you can fast forward through the boring parts, and you can probably watch it in 5 minutes. Okay, so I want to say thank you. Please, please come back again, and thank you for making my day. All right, love you all. God bless. May He watch over you every step you take, every move you make, and I will see you on the next video. God bless.